Boy, this is a weekend to remember because the press conference that happened after the race at Toronto brought with it a lot of news. To start with, we have a new body style that will be debuted after the next season. Its first year will be 2020, and they already hit the track for the first time here in Trois-Rivières. At least the SAR and Lycoya models for the 2020 season. Aside from that, we still have a lot of news to cover because silly season just got way crazier. To begin with, the championship series will revert back to the dual system format that was used in 2015, 2016, and the latter part of 2017. And then aside from that, we also have the team HQS Racing sorry about that, HQS Racing bringing back Ben Atkins. He's coming out of retirement to race in the North American Auto Club, this time for the full season. He will drive the number 20 car. Aside from him, Jacob Eichholz joins the team in the number 2. Lexi Percy will move to the 31, and Riley McKee will stay in the 22. Aside from that, Lexi Percy was also involved in a very polemic move because we're gonna show you what happened. It was right there, one of the cautions of the Toronto race. She got involved with Lucy Barton. After the race, Barton rushed to the pits of the number 2 car, and we got a pretty heated discussion, and if it wasn't for Riley McKee, it probably would have been far worse because Lucy Barton was getting really personal with Lexi Percy. Well, these are the news I was able to cover this weekend. We still have a lot of stuff to cover next weekend and until the end of the season because the news won't stop coming. So let's go trackside for the start of the 60 Tours Argyle, which is a rain race.
As you can see, the rain is somewhat moderate. Carter Fitzgerald leads the field to the green and already runs away with the first position as Joel Rodriguez battles Trey Ashby for the second spot, but trouble already happens in the back as Michelle Overton gets a tab from Austin Sanders, goes around. There's even more trouble as both Langan Auto Group cars and Mac Henley go around, and that holds up a lot of people in the first in turn 3. Carter Fitzgerald continues to lead the way as we go through another turns. And as you can see, she starts to open a small difference over Trey Ashby as Jack Patterson gets into the back of Lee Schmidt and sends him into the wall, and that's already him behind the 8 ball. And right in front of that, Lexi Percy and Jamal Schmidt get into the back of Emily Potvin, and the start of the race for Ernest Lewis Racing has not been good. Riley McKee at the start of the second lap loses it, hits the inside wall, will keep going. He almost gets hit by Stan Gustafsson. Battle for second place starts between Trey Ashby and the number 9 of Thomas Tucker as Emily Potvin now loses it for good, hits the tire barrier, smoke pours out of that car. She is done for the day. The drivers are having a bit of difficulty trying to go around the rain as Jonathan Haskins goes around at the start of the third lap of the event. He'll keep going as there's contact between Jennifer Irving and Andrew Cross. Cross lost it completely, blew the first corner and hit Irving. And as you can see, Carter Fitzgerald leads the way and she is now chasing down the 43 of Lee Schmidt, and she lost it. Your leader has lost it, and now Carter Fitzgerald's gonna fall all the way down to 7th place as Trey Ashby is gonna capitalize and take the lead of the event. Thomas Tucker now is in 2nd place. 3rd place is gonna be Connie Brooks, and 4th place, last year's winner of one of the duels, Boyd Abbott. And as you can see on lap number 6, Lee Schmidt comes into the pits. And I believe that would be the single time he'd do that as Mac Henley hits the wall very hard after contact with Luke Lanigan again. And he is done for the day as Trey Ashby works now through. Riley McKee gets sent a little wide. He's trying to go through. Thomas Tucker also trying to go through. And now they're side by side, are they? They're trying to go by under the bridge. Trey Ashby is gonna survive and keep the lead. And now finding himself in 3rd place is Boyd Abbott. He passed Connie Brooks. Connie Brooks went around a bit ago. And Kellen Rogers Ashby now finds herself in 4th. And 12th place would have been Flannery Moore, but she blows up on lap number 7. She is done for the day. And as you can see on lap number 8, Thomas Tucker making the move on the inside of Trey Ashby as they are now lapping the 80 of Jonathan Haskins. They're side by side. And is this gonna work as they come down? Tucker goes and hangs on to it, and he will take the lead of the race. It's Thomas Tucker in the first position. Haskins now ready to be lapped by the number 9 as they're gonna come out the last 2 turns of the circuit. And now Trey Ashby has to chase down Thomas Tucker, but then he loses it and hits the tire barrier. And Trey Ashby has a lot of damage to that car. In the meantime, his teammate Grant Carson finds himself in 7th, and then he loses it a lap later on lap number 9. Trouble for AJA Racing very early on. Ryan Griffin ends up hitting the 75. Tammy Barton almost hits him as well. Jamal Schmidt and Austin Sanders get together trying to avoid him. And this puts us in a 1-2 for Ashcroft Family Racing as we open the 10th lap of competition. And now Callum Rogers is in 3rd place, so not everything is a loss for AJA Racing as Joe Rodriguez is also there in 4th. And Michelle Overton's gonna lose it from 22nd place. She didn't have a good start and now her race comes to a bitter end. Jonathan Haskins trying to survive as a lap car and then he loses it again. And he'd be done for the day on lap number 11 of 60. By lap number 15, as you can see, Thomas Tucker leads the way over with a solid difference over Boyd Abbott, not as much as he would have wanted to. As Kellen Rogers Ashby, Joe Rodriguez and Trey Ashby closed the top. Carter Fitzgerald closed the top 5 as Trey Ashby now has a lot of damage. He went to the pits to get that fixed. And as you can see, the top 20 gets closed by Timmy Barton, Jack Patterson, Austin Sanders, Taylor Matthews, Jamal Schmidt, Cassandra Collins, Ryan Walker, Stan Gustafson and Emma Young up there, and then Lexi Percy right behind. Connie Brooks has fallen to 9th place, and you can see the damage on that car. She gets into the back of Brittany Henderson. There's contact between those two, and there goes Ryan Griffin scooting by on lap number 18 to take the 9th position as Connie Brooks continues to try to go by Brittany Henderson, and she would go into the pits on lap number 20 as would come in Jack Patterson. And then right behind them, let's see, the takers would be Emma Young and Stan Gustafson. They also come into the pits. A lap later, lap 21, it's time for Carter Fitzgerald to hit the pit lane, and behind her we are not looking at a lot of people. I believe Tammy Barton is gonna commit right now. Will she? She does. Tammy Barton into the pits. And that's pretty much the main 2 takers as Thomas Tucker comes in a lap later, lap number 22. And then Boyd Abbott, Kellen Rogers Ashby, Joe Rodriguez come in with him. Thomas Culler having a solid run so far. Denny Hamilton also comes in. Tom Cowell into then Ryan Griffin in as well. Taylor Matthews decides to stay out as we open lap number 23. And she's gonna stay out an additional lap. So this is a very solid strategy by Taylor Matthews. She's gonna come. She was in the far end of the field, so this could work for her. Right in front of that, Ryan Walker and Luke Laniger are coming out. There's contact. They make contact. They hit the wall hard across the field. And what were they thinking? Ryan Walker turns into Luke Lanigan, and I'm pretty sure Lanigan also turned into Walker. Let's look at Luke Lanigan's point of view in the helmet camera, and he does turn in the direction of Ryan Walker, then Ryan Walker turns into his direction. So I don't know if that's payback or they just threw their brains off the window, but that's a big contact on the front stretch on lap number 23. Michelle Overton's race has gone from bad to worse, and now from worse to done as she gets on top of the tire barrier after contact with Tammy Barton. I mistakenly thought she was done, but apparently that's not the case. But now it is, as both Tammy Barton and Michelle Overton are done for the day. Not a very good day for the Canadians. Jack Patterson has a tire going down on his machine right after he comes out of the pits on lap number 24. Lap 25, Thomas Tucker continues to lead the way. He has a pretty hefty difference to Kellen Rogers Ashby and Boyd Abbott, who fight for the second spot. And Callum Rogers is trying to chase down Boyd Abbott. She just can't get the move in, but she's trying, and you can't blame her for that. Stan Gustafsson running in 17th place, a very good run so far, but it's done as he goes around on lap number 25. So it's a very eventful lap number 25. As you can see, the smoke pours out of that car. He is done. And as you can see, Ryan Walker continues to run as Jamal Schmidt's gonna lose it. Jamal Schmidt loses it. Very hard hit for Jamal. This is not good for his championship. This is not good. Tom Cow hits the wall in the back. Flannery Moore, I thought she was done as well, but it seems they fixed it, and she blows up again. They were able to change the part that stopped working in the 16, and when she finally gets back going, she blows up. Tom Cow is also done for the day as he hits the wall right there on lap number 27, so we're not even on halfway. Andrew Cross, Brittany Henderson hit Tom Cow as he's trying to limp back to the pits. That could have been way worse. As you see Joe Rodriguez appearing up there. As we open the halfway point, Thomas Tucker leads the way. Second place is Boyd Abbott. Third place is Callum Rogers Ashby. Fourth place is gonna pop out right there in the back is the number 35 of Joe Rodriguez. Fifth place, working his way forward slowly but surely, Ryan Griffin. Sixth place, Denny Hamilton. And as you can see, seventh place is gonna be Connie Brooks, surviving so far. By lap number 31, Callum Rogers has lost a bit of time in relation to Boyd Abbott, and it has not been the best of races for her, but she's soldiering on. She's doing great so far in the third place, the highest running Canadian in the event. Ryan Griffin running in fifth, showing road courses are not his worst side, as Rachel Jackson hits the wall on lap number 29, and on lap number 32, she's 4 laps down, so her race hasn't gone very well. As you see, this three wide, very dangerous situation, very tricky situation between Trey Ashby, his emotional partner Callum Rogers Ashby, and Boyd Abbott, and Boyd Abbott ends up going through on the outside, and I don't think Callum's gonna be very happy. I think Trey is gonna sleep in the doghouse tonight. As Austin Sanders running in 10th place, very solid run by the number 7 crew. Riley McKee in 23rd, surviving, just trying to bring the car home. The hometown hero so far hasn't had a very heroic run. As Boyd Abbott and Callum Rogers actually begin their battle for the second position, they're side by side. Look at that very good angle. Front camera off the number 1, side camera again. Boyd Abbott keeps fighting, but Callum Rogers seems to have a very good car, and they're gonna keep going, and Callum Rogers Ashby is gonna take the second place, and we open lap number 34 of 60. And Callum Rogers comes into the pits on lap number 43. The race has hit somewhat of a slump. On lap 43, Boyd Abbott comes in as well. And as you can see, Ryan Griffin stays out. And problems for Callum Rogers in the pits. Her car has stalled. Callum Rogers has stalled in the pits, and this is going to cost her multiple positions as Thomas Tucker comes in on lap number 44. And they're not going to get that car going before Thomas Tucker stops. So she's going to almost fall a lap down. She just doesn't fall it because Thomas Tucker went to the pits. He comes out on lap number 45 and he continues to lead the way. Taylor Matthews has gone to the pits. Thomas Tucker has a great race going on as we reach lap number 48 of 60. He's ready to lap Andrew Cross. He puts it in. He sticks it in. He gets a little wide contact with Andrew Cross, and Thomas Tucker's done. Thomas Tucker has done. Oh my God, what has he done? Thomas Tucker got loose, as you're gonna see on the slow motion camera. He gets loose, he hits the number 93, they get together, they hook each other into the tire wall. Thomas Tucker is not gonna be done for the day, surprisingly. He's gonna hit the pit lane, and he's gonna lose 5 laps getting that car repaired. He is somehow not done. Andrew Cross is done for the day, but Thomas Tucker, that's it. As you can see on the replay, Boyd Abbott just scoots by the same fashion he did last year after Andrew Cross wrecked. So now Boyd Abbott leads the way. Joe Rodriguez now runs in second as we are reaching lap number 50, entering the last 10 laps. Ryan Griffin now is third after Callum Rogers Ashby stalled on the pits. And now Ryan Griffin has a great position, and he's gonna make a very big amount of points as Carter Fitzgerald now runs in 4th place. 5th place is Danny Hamilton. And Danny Hamilton has been a stealth bomber throughout the whole day. He gets a little wide, and here comes Kellen Rogers-Ashby seeking to get that position. He tries to shove a little block, but has a bit of courtesy because he knows Kellen is faster and is angrier than him. So on lap number 54, Kellen Rogers-Ashby is gonna get it done, and she's gonna get the 5th place, and she's gonna be able to get into the top 5. So not everything was a loss for Kellen Rogers. So that's at least not a very bad day as they're going through the lap car of Lexi Percy. In the meantime, Thomas Tucker currently in 20th. He is just bringing it home. He's being a warrior. They hammered the living daylights off that car. Riley McKee running in 19th, very close to closing the top 20, just having the run of a recovery run, for lack of a better term. Rachel Jackson somehow not done for the day, running in 20th. She has survived, and right behind her is Jennifer Irving in 21st. As you see, Boyd Abbott opening the final lap. He has a very hefty gap over Joe Rodriguez, that bright green car in the back, just making turn 1 right now. It has been an afternoon of rain and troubles, but Joe Rodriguez has saved his stuff, has kept the car clean, just like the leader. Ryan Griffin done as well. Very good race for Griffin. He hits the wall. He just hit the wall trying to go by Ryan Walker. That could have ended way worse, and now Carter's gonna be right around him, but he's gonna fight her off, and Ryan Griffin's gonna be able to fend Carter Fitzgerald off for the 3rd position, as Kellen Rogers-Ashby is gonna close the top 5 after passing Denny Hamilton. But in the meantime, in the business end of the field, Boyd Abbott rounds out the final right-hander, the final left-hander, to take the 1st win of the year and the 4th win for Ashcroft Family Racing. He takes it here in Trois-Rivières.
Boyd Abbott must be the luckiest man in the North American Auto Club, because he just won at Trois-Rivières for the 2nd consecutive year. For the 2nd consecutive year, the leader wrecked out, and for the 2nd consecutive year, Andrew Cross being involved in the wreck that took out the leader. Joe Rodriguez takes 2nd place, Ryan Griffin takes 3rd. This might give him the championship lead should the results stay as it is. Carter Fitzgerald finished in 4th, 5th place, Kellen Rogers-Ashby. Danny Hamilton finishes up in 6th place. 7th is Austin Sanders, 8th Taylor Matthews, 9th place Ryan Long. Another great result for Ryan. He has been showing a lot of strength recently, and maybe he could contend for the Rookie of the Year belt, but that will take a lot of luck, as Cassie Collins finished in 10th, Jack Patterson 11th, and Lexi Percy ends her day in 12th. The championship standings see Ryan Griffin leading Thomas Tucker by 5 points now. Joe Rodriguez 29 points behind, Jamal Schmidt 30 points behind, Mac Henley 31 points behind. Those 3 are in a very tight battle, and Kelly Ashcroft, the last driver in the top 6, 40 points behind. The Rookie of the Year battle still sees Kellen Rogers-Ashby leading the way, 17 points ahead of Carter Fitzgerald now, so she almost has 2 races over Fitzgerald. She actually does have 2 races over Tina Ashby. Ryan Long 21 points behind, Cassie Collins and Emily Potvin close that top 6. The manufacturer's battle sees Leonard opening a 4-point gap to Sar, Calton Morel 3rd, Lycoya 4th, Nemoto 5th, Inglesby 6th, and that also brings a news item because Calton Morel is not returning next year, neither is Inglesby. Calton Morel, it's because they do not have enough cars to keep their system sustainable. Inglesby is simply because of performance, because they just have been very, very bad, to not use another word. So the manufacturers returning next year are Leonard, Sarla, Koya, and Nemoto, and from what we've been hearing, it might be Nemoto's last year next year. Either way, the team championship standings see Ashcroft Family Racing leading 30 points ahead of Ike Durbin and 30 points ahead of Matthews Atlantic Motorsports. So about that, Ike Durbin Incorporated is 46 points behind, Marcus Stanton Racing 53 points behind, Ernest Lewis Racing 54, and the Kane Enterprises 255. And then you have the Nations Cup, that is simply demolition by the United States, 395 points, as England is 216 back, Puerto Rico 255 back. Canada, China, and Australia are more than 300 points behind, so you can count them out already. England and Puerto Rico, we're just waiting for the United States to hit 500 points to count them out, which will be fairly soon, as the next race for the North American Auto Club Championship Series will be at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. For Sports America, I have been Eric Burns. I will see you next time.